These are tragic events that do not have to happen, and yet.
Just a message to that community.
Man, I just love Minnesota. All the love and support that they show me, so I'm behind with whatever they would. And I don't really have social media, so I'm not, in tune with everything, but I've heard about the stuff that's going on, so me and my family definitely praying for everybody.
The face of Minnesota basketball, star Anthony Edwards, was rather ho-hum. And, on that whole, I don't have social media thing, check this out. In an Instagram video, he posted, "Look at these queer A-word N-words, man. Look what the world came to, man." Then there was the Timberwolves' Julius Randle.
I think there's some of that attributed to what has happened this weekend and everything going on.
I'm not sure. I can't speak for other guys, but there is a human element aspect to it, regardless of what you believe or what political beliefs you have or whatever it is, like just human nature. Say nobody deserves to lose their life, and especially for it to happen in our community, it's tough. So prayers for that situation and everybody involved and everybody in Minneapolis. Obviously, it's tough times right now. Like I said, regardless of what you believe politically, it's tough. Watching what's going on for sure.
Who just gave another wish-washy answer to all of this? You want to see the differences in approach on how to handle a press conference after a tragedy like this?
I just wanted to take the time to recognize, I think, what's been happening in our state with, Alex and Renee, thinking about their families. It's obviously really heavy. I think people have been asking a lot, I think, of us, what it's like to represent our state and our country. And I think what I'm most proud to represent is, the thousands, tens of thousands of people that show up on some of the coldest days of the year to stand and fight for what they believe in. For the people that, it might not really truly affect them on a personal level, but it affects their neighbors, it affects their communities, it affects our community as a whole. And I think it's just really important to acknowledge that we're really lucky to be able to get to play this game, and I'm really happy that people showed up today and hopefully provided them a couple hours worth of joy, community, togetherness, and I think it's just really important for us to acknowledge what's happening in our community, but also the amount of hope and strength I think that the people of Minnesota are showing and standing up for what's right amongst the unnecessary and just horrifying things that are happening.
Thank you, Kelly.
Frost player Kelly Panic started her press conference like this. She is from Plymouth, Minnesota.
Honestly, I think it's something that it's hard to, I was thinking about it a lot today, seeing a lot of the videos that have happened, and I think everyone handled, I think what I've learned over the last, few years, unfortunately, this isn't the first time something has happened. And what I've learned over it is that everyone handles it differently and processes it differently. And I think that's the hardest part about it is for us, again, it's for everyone, right? And you see people, it's hard for people to go to work right now, right? And I think for us, again, so much of what we do, we're very lucky to get to play a game for a living. And I think, again, it's just trying to find ways to, if people want in our room want to talk about it, and if people don't, they don't. And I think that's something that you have to respect. I just thought it was really important to, again, I hear it from our fans, and I know that they're speaking, I think, on behalf of a lot of people, around the state right now. And I just thought it was important for us to acknowledge that we support that message as well. But ultimately, I think, again, just the small moments where we can recognize that, well, we're lucky to get to do this, and there's far more important things, I think, happening outside of our space.
The PWHL players.
Alex Pretti. Thank you.
To the fans. This is how they reacted. Arenas are protest areas. Games are not shying away from the atrocities outside those buildings. The best display I have seen has been from women's sports. Brianna Stewart holding up an abolish ICE sign. A really good tweet that I saw, a former Timberwolves star. What is happening in the Twin Cities and the great North Star State is heartbreaking to witness. These events have cost lives and shaken families, and we must call for accountability, transparency, and protections for all people. The moment demands that we reflect honestly on what our values truly are. My thoughts, prayers, and deepest condolences are with the families of Renee Good and Alex Pretti. I stand with the people of Minnesota. And maybe the most pathetic and loser response to all of this came from this guy.
If you speak loudly, I believe the President of the United States is very nearby. So if you speak loudly, he may be able to hear you. Is there a say? We hear teams are public trusts. Mm-hmm. Do you, as the ownership representative of a team in Minneapolis, have anything to say to the President of the United States?
There's a lot of traffic.
Leave early. Is that Minneapolis traffic or here now?
Everywhere.
It is odd to think about how far we have come from 2020 when so many spoke out, and now there are tons of athletes who are just afraid to. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.